Hello YouTube. This is Stephanie, aka Idin Nehasthusaa Gbagba, and I'm here to do the monthly readings. I'm currently on the sign of Gemini, so let's get into it. This is for the month of April. Divine forces of unconditional love. What does the sign of Gemini need to know for their highest good in the beautiful month of April coming up? Awesome energy. New refreshing energy. We have Cloak of Wisdom, Devotion, Higher Learning, Psychic Insight. Ooh, so many spiritual cards here for you, Gemini. And then Dharma unfolding is the overall energy. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Stay grounded, as the Earth Connection card was underneath that. Ooh, Dharma is unfolding. Your purpose on Earth is unfolding. And, you know, honestly, I did do a reading for you guys, and it disappeared. I don't know what YouTube is doing with my videos once I record them. That has happened to me multiple times. But in that other reading, you had the Star Ancestor come out as well. But it talked about you being that spiritual teacher, stepping into a spiritual teacher role. And look at here, higher perspective. It says see from a higher perspective. And then underneath that, you have the guardian angel. You are not alone. Spirit, you are meant to be a spiritual teacher, I'm seeing here. And the other reading, if you're not being a spiritual teacher on a major platform, you know, public platform, then it's you being that spiritual teacher by leading by example. And that is exactly what the last reading spoke about as well. By leading by example, that's how you can be a spiritual teacher as well. You're getting the other reading spoke about you getting downloads, insights. And it's funny here, you have the Odin card, which is about psychic insight. It says your third eye is open. This is the last week of April, though. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition and see your seeds grow. As we have the spring card clarifying that. Again, that's the last week of April. No, we're going to get to that. I do 4 lines. Each line is for each week in April of what you can perhaps expect, or how you can most effectively utilize your energy. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Excuse me. Surrender stubbornness. Surrender to trust. Trust that your life is unfolding the way that it should. Don't try to worry about the past. All you need to do is learn from the past, okay? So that you can move forward with focused intention, which was one of your cards in the last reading as well. It's time for you to focus your intention on the things that you want to manifest. Wow. And just rest in this cloak of wisdom here in the first week of April. It says you already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know, right? Surrender to trust. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Exactly. It says what? You remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Take one step at a time. Be in the moment. Be aware. Make sure you are, you know, receiving what is going on around you, and, you know, allowing that energy to seek to guide you. Like I said here, follow the voice of your soul. But let's just wow. Let's just keep going with the energy. So the first week of April, we have Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answers you seek. And then we have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. So there's perhaps some generational curses that you are having to work through. And it makes sense here with the surrender frustration card. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. It's basically what I just said. You know, centering yourself, being calm so that you can hear the answers and the guidance that you need to take. Remember, you're on a path. Take one step at a time. This path to healing, again, ancestral patterns, to heal generational curses. Don't be frustrated by, you know, the doors that have, you know, may have seemed to be closed and locked because of, you know, what your ancestors or, you know, past family members have done due to this generational curse. Know that you can break it. You know, be devoted to breaking it. As we have in the second week of April, the Krishna devotion card here, supported by the Star Ancestor card. Follow the voice of your soul. Trust your spiritual guidance in overcoming this generational curse. Trust your inner guidance. Your commitment has been recognized and you are loved unconditionally. Your star ancestors are surrounding you, giving you guidance. Surrender to support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. All right, so let's get some tarot on these two, on the first 2 weeks of April. King of Pentacles, exactly. Get into that state of stability, of confidence, of groundedness, of practicality. Being practical, taking things one day at a time. Being, you know, quieting yourself so that you can hear from your guardian angels and star ancestors that are surrounding you. I see the shaman card here. Again, I was telling you, you are a spiritual teacher. Trust in, you know, higher, trust in higher forces, as you are the eagle. And you are seeing from a higher perspective. King of Pentacles energy. You know, you are in the energy of authority here, of truly grounding yourself, of truly being able to find happiness, and on the journey to enjoying success and happiness. But it takes you doing the practical work. It takes you doing that work of healing past generational curses so that once you truly achieve this, you won't lose it because of emotional instability. Exactly. 10 of Swords, bringing an ending to that, to those toxic energies. All these knives and swords in her back could be those blockages from ancestral patterns. You know, all of that is being removed. You see those swords have wings on them, you know, flying out of her back, perhaps. And for me, dragonflies represents, you know, ancestors, because when my father passed, there was a lot of dragonflies just surrounding me no matter where I went. And so that was a sign for me from my dad, ancestors again. So yes, new beginnings, you know, an ending to, you know, those ancestral patterns that's been blocking you, and renewing your energy here with the Page of Swords, allowing you to live from a place of pureness, of innocence, of a child, like here with the Page of Swords. Not being able to see from a space of peace and untaintedness, which is going to be the right foundation that is needed for you to do your work here with the Eight of Pentacles, to really get moving in your destiny. Exactly. Justice. Providing you that justice you need to be confident in moving forward. Receiving that support and love, moving forward, and investing in those, and of course overcoming, toxicity, again, this could be childhood traumas, this could be generational curses, but investing your time in overcoming that energy. Wow. 10 of Pentacles and the Emperor, being in, which is going to bring you to, that ultimate happiness, that ultimate security and family and finances, because we did have the King of Pentacles, right? Emperor, making those executive decisions. Beautiful energy. First 2 weeks of, yes, beautiful. First 2 weeks of April. And then this 4th week here, we have the Melchizedek card. Higher learning. You have learned from experience. First 2 weeks, you put in the work, okay? You have learned from experience. Even, a lot of the frustration you may experience in the first week of April could have something to do with, this coronavirus and you being swept up in the energy of everyone else and the frustration of everyone else. But you're going to snap out of that, second week of April, because of course, again, higher perspective. You're seeing from a higher knowledge. What else we have here to say? There's something about higher. Trust in higher forces that are surrounding you. Your guardians, your star ancestors, they're surrounding you. You're going to tap into that energy of devotion. And you're going to be like, you know what? I have nothing to worry about. Higher learning, Melchizedek. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. The buck doesn't stop there. Because you're moving, traveler, you are moving in a new direction. Make sure you're grounding your energy in this time. Take a relaxing break, spend time in nature, replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy here or there in nature. Okay? Because you have psychic insight that is coming in. Your third eye is open. You're seeing truth for what it is. So follow your intuition, as it's going to allow you to see your seeds to grow. Okay? Surrender stubbornness. If you're tensing up and you're doubting perhaps that things aren't going to work out for you, if you've fallen back into those old ancestral patterns of doubting yourself, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. And your last reading, it says, surrender your need to be right. Okay? Wow. Because in your last reading, I spoke about, as you being a spiritual teacher, you may come across people that are not ready to receive your message now, but you have to plant the seed. Someone else comes along to water it, and only spirit can make it grow. Only their higher self energy within them can make it grow. And so it says, surrender your need to be right. Be less rigid and allow other people, to be right. You can be like, oh, well, I guess so. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you don't have to be like, oh, you're right. You can just kind of win the argument without winning it by saying, oh, that could be, you might be right. Perhaps. But as they continue to live, and as you continue to live your life by example, they're gonna come around. 9 of Swords energy. That's, that dark night of the soul. Again, you may have a lot of people doubting you. But know that you are trust. You just have to trust. You have to surrender to trust. This is going to be really key in April. Trust that you are covered, that you're surrounded, your guardian angels are around you. Trust that you are on the right path to your purpose and your destiny. of being a spiritual teacher, or whatever it is that your goals are, just living by example, taking one step one at a time, taking one step at a time to happiness. You're getting there. Don't, when you try to think about everything all at once and being one person and making a change, yes, it can be daunting. It can feel like it's impossible. But we're taking one step at a time. Surrender this 9 of Swords energy by grounding your energy and trusting in the higher forces. Know that you're protected. This is a protection card for me as a reader. This could be you putting up walls to protect yourself, but this could also be Spirit saying, oh, we got you. You are covered. Okay? Queen of Staffs, you are covered. Walk with confidence in what you know on a deeper level. Psychic insight. Walk with confidence in your higher learning. Keep studying. Keep putting in the work. Because you will see your seeds grow. It will start to come into fruition. And you'll be able to see it towards the end of April. Knight of Swords. Energy. Communication coming in. This could be you and your message in the world. This could be you, again, like I said, you're traveling in a new direction. Whew. Abundance. Nurturing. Creativity. Luxury. Prosperity. Healing. Love, cornucopia of blessings. Follow your psychic insight. Follow your intuition. Your third eye is open, and it's leading you into a new direction or deeper understanding, a higher learning. It's leading you in that direction. Trust in the higher forces. Trust that you are seeing things from a higher perspective. These are all your cards. Enjoy success and happiness. Remember, your Dharma is unfolding. Take one step at a time to happiness. Right? Trust in higher forces. See from a higher perspective. You are not alone. Trust yourself in your decisions. Surrender to trust. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident, right? With the Queen of Wands and the Empress. Be confident that you have chosen the right path, right? Remember that you're on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Surrender stubbornness and flow. Gemini. Let's get one more card. Queen of Swords. Yes. Clear insight. Clear thought process. A great balance between, this is emotional intelligence, between your emotions and logic. Because the queens are about feeling. Kings are about, action. And that's just, this is the male and feminine energies. The feminine energy is about receptivity. The male energy is about, exerting that energy. And executing the plans of the queen, as women are the energy that receives that's more in tune. As again, we both have divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us, but just tapping in people with that are feminine just have more of a can have more of a connection to the divine. And so that's why we are sent here to be the messengers, and the men are out to carry out that message, to protect us, to protect that psychic insight, and to take action. But then again, we have both of those energies. So as a male, you can tap into that feminine side and receive those messages, and just as females, we can tap into that masculine side and do what needs to be done, if we don't have that energy around us. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment though. Okay, so stay steadfast, surrender to trust, work through those generational curses and blockages, as your ancestors are here and they're devoted to helping you to heal, a divine healing, so that you can walk in your purpose, Gemini. Alright, so that was your reading. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, and fashion. I love you all, and until next time, peace.